So we are going to do business reports today. Business reports is on the writing skills modules of your HU 401 paper. Now this is something which is a bit different than the other writing skills that you have and that you'll have to make in your exam. For example, agendas and minutes and notices and all those things. In case of a business report, it is more theoretic than the practical building of a business report because it is a bit more complicated. So these are very important. The features of a business report are important. So it is an informative, impartial, planned piece of writing concerned with a particular business situation in general. It is addressed to one's superior colleagues, members of a committee, etc., written in response to a request or instruction by them on issues of production to quality to progress results or in the reflection to some complaints or simply suggestion for future growth. Finally, a presentation of the author's finding in relation to this issue or problem, and then recommendation of a course of action that enables good decision making. So what a business report actually is that it is a report that uh, helps to plan, analyze, inform, or address any form of professional business matter uh, professionally in a professional manner. So uh, in case of so what are reports? Reports are explanations and analysis of certain things, and that is what a business report is: explanation and analysis of explanation and analysis of things. It is informative, impartial, so it is informative. It gives the information of the things that have been planned or what has been analyzed, uh, or what the progress has been, or what the results or the side effects will be of so and so work. And it is done in an impartial manner, so all the negatives and the positives are both highlighted and pointed out. So that is a business report. It is a report of a new work or a pre-existing work or a new plan. So this report helps to understand if the work will be profitable, if the work is feasible, if it can be done, or if it can be done, what are the factors that are important for it to be done, and all these points. Its key characteristics: it should be objective, contains accurate data, and a lot of graphical representation of them. Now, this is the most important part of a business report. It is not a huge theoretic kind of paper. It is objective, point wise, contains accurate data and lots of graphical representations. So it does not only tells you about the current situation, but also analyzes and compares the situation, makes comparison with previous situations. It has conclusions and recommendations, and which are the most important. So after showing what the findings of the findings are, the report gives a conclusion or a recommendation that if this work is done, it will result in good profit, or uh, profit has been reduced on so and so's pre-existing work because of so and so factors, and if those factors are dealt with, then profit can be maximized again. So the most important part of this report is a conclusion or the recommendation that is most important. It is a joint effort or a group or a team. This is, you can understand, the team has to make this because there are a lot of factors that need to be taken into consideration. Written in a specific structure and a layout. Yeah, it has a pattern. Like all forms of business correspondences, it has a specific pattern. A necessary skill of communicating ideas in the business environment. Again, this is a very professional and proven, documented way of communicating in a business environment. It showcases an in-depth analysis. As you can understand, it goes everything, it takes everything and analyzes not just current data, but also compares it to previous data or the future forecasts. It shows their readers how they have interpreted their findings. Now, when you come to an interpretation, that in itself is not uh, 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 that in itself is not, kind of be all and end all of it. You need to show why and how you have come to that conclusion. Factors shaping a business report. Consideration of the target audience. This is again one of the most important factors of shaping a business report. Know that for whom you are writing the business report. for whom you're writing. Determination of the scope and purpose is again also very important. Why you are writing it. If you have to put a conclusion or put a recommendation or find out a mistake that has been done, for what? Or plan something, you must know for why you are writing the report. Gather, organize, and analyze the available resources, consider time as well. So all the factors and variables should be taken into consideration. Nothing should be left off. Determine the findings, the recommendations to be arranged in a proper format. Again, format becomes very important because without a proper format, business correspondences have no legal value. So the types, we are going to come to the types of reports a bit later. So what are the criteria that need to be fulfilled for a report to be called a business report? So it should state the nature, scope, and length of the work that it is considering. It should be in a communicative form. Well, it is objective and graphical, but it should not be made so technical that that only a technical person will be able to understand. Its functions should be very clear. Why the report is being made, its function should be very clear. And periodicity, if the report is made in a time period, then periodicity means intervals. So the intervals at which the report is made should be kept very clear, and the variables during those intervals should also be taken into consideration. So there are two kinds of reports: formal reports and informal report. Formal report has annual report, thesis, research report, project report. And informal reports are laboratory report, daily production report, and inventory or stock report. I'm going to explain these individual types of reports, and we are going to end the lecture here. So this is going to be a two-part lecture. So in the first part, I have explained to you what a business report is. And in the second part, I will explain to you the format, the pattern of writing a business report, and the other intricacies of a business report. So first is an annual report. Now, annual report is normally a report which is most used by the multinational corporations. It is an evaluation of what work has been done throughout in that financial year, in that 1 year, in that financial year. And if the company has incurred a profit, what are the expenses, what are the credits, what are the debits, what are the expenses, what are the incomes? If there is a profit, how has the profit been attained? And so on, so on and so forth. If there is a profit, then how much will each shareholder be liable to get? And all these forms. It is a documentation of the entire work that has been done in that one financial year. Then comes a report, a research report or a thesis. Now, this is a very educative form of a report. If you do MPhil or if you do PhD, you will get to know this. You will get to know these forms of report. Again, these are reports by which you do research or get a degree, get a research degree. Project report is when you are proposing a project in a multinational corporation or in an organization. When you're proposing a project, so you need to make a report where you give all the variables, what the project will be about, how it will be, how it will work, if there will be, what will be the expenses, what will be the incomes, if a profit can be made, if a profit can be made, then what will be the percentage of division among the shareholders, what is the scope, what is the objective of that project, what kind of labor would you need, office area would you need, all these kind of variables before. So these have to be made into a report before you can start the profit and submit it to the board of directors, who will go through the report and decide if the project is worthy enough to be undertaken or it should be rejected. And then there are also informal reports like laboratory reports, daily production reports, and inventory stock. Now, these are not reports that are that have such legal value, like annual report, thesis, or project report have legal value. Laboratory reports are when you're working when you're doing any kind of a laboratory work and you jot down the observation on a day-to-day basis or an hour-to-hour basis, the calculations and so on and so forth, so that you can go back to these findings and it will help you have a clear idea of the work that you are trying to do. Same happens with daily production report. These are just a short temporary report that helps you keep a track of how the production is being undertaken. It has no longer time relevance. Okay, so it is almost like a production report can be made for 3 months or 4 months. So it is not a 1 year long based report. Now, inventory stock report is, inventory means store. So inventory or stock report is keeping a track of what stores you have in your organization or your corporation or anywhere. Uh, it is an informal report, and it is just used for intra organizational internal organizational communication. Both, all three, laboratory, daily report, and inventory, these are not for extra organizational. These reports have no value to the outside industry, to other industries. It is only required in keeping a document for your so that it helps you to do your work in a proper manner. It helps you delegate work. It helps you realize how much stock there is, or how much more stock you need, or which stock is replenished, or which stock is in excess. So it is just for the easy understanding of the employees of those organizations, not for any legal or extra organizational purpose. I'm going to stop here today. I'm not going to go into the other details. I'm going to do that in the part 2 of this lecture.